I'm pregnant! There's no way I'm going to start this video any other way but to tell you the news. We're pregnant, yes. I'm so incredibly happy and excited, and this is like my biggest dream came true, you guys. I'm pregnant. This is my baby bump. It looks much bigger in pictures, but yeah, this is my baby bump. If I actually sit straight, it's more like this. For the longest time, you guys, I had no sign of this baby bump, and when finally it showed that I'm pregnant, I'm like wearing everything tight and like showing off. I love being pregnant so far, and I've announced, you guys, that I'm pregnant on Instagram, and you had so many questions, and I decided to do a video where I'm answering the ones that I see that most people would ask. So in this video I'm going to do my makeup, but it's not going to be focused on makeup. So if you're here for the makeup, maybe skip this video. I don't want to waste your time. This is me celebrating my pregnancy, answering your questions. So let's get into it. And I'm gonna try to do my makeup and talk in the same time. So I'm probably not going to focus so much on products and explanations as I normally do. So you find all the products in the description down below. So the first question is, how long did you try to get pregnant? Any miscarriages? No, I'm applying this on my lips. Sugar peach from Fresh. I would say over a year, but I want to be very clear with you. So I was not the kind of person that would try to conceive, you know, like looking at the calendar and being super on it, taking my body temperature. I've never ever been like this. I just tried the whole time when we decided to have a baby to just have everything coming naturally. And you know, when you stop protecting yourself from an eventual pregnancy, I don't know how other people are, but I expected to like get pregnant like this. I didn't know it takes so long. And then I had friends that in their 40s, they got pregnant 1 month after. Then I've really digged into this whole conceiving thing, and I realized that a lot of women struggle with it. The time passes and you start to feel like your body's maybe not meant to have babies, and then that's when I actually started worrying. And I remember that I had that live session with Dr. Shireen, and when I told her that I'm not getting pregnant, and she was asking me like for how long you've been trying, and I told her about a year, and she said, well, maybe you have endometriosis. Did you check if everything was okay? And I said, well, I did check, but I didn't check for this specific thing. And then she said, I know a doctor that knows a doctor in Paris who could help you. She introduced me to this doctor who told me, like, we had a conversation. I remember, I think it was February this year. And he said to me, you're so young, Andrea, you are so young. You still have so much time to get pregnant. And if you're not going to get pregnant naturally, you will one way or another. And that just gave me so much confidence, thinking that, you know, if a doctor tells me this, a doctor who that's his specialty, right? Then I'm going to be okay. And about 1 month later, I got pregnant. So call me crazy, but I think that the phone call that I had with that doctor really changed my whole perspective and just gave me so much hope. He was like a parent, although like he's probably around my age or like a little bit older, but like, he was like a parent talking to me. He's like, it's gonna be okay. And he didn't even know me. You never know whose life you're going to change with your words. By the way, this was the Sisley primer. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of this Shine Control from Makeup Forever. Any miscarriages? I've never had miscarriages because I've never gotten pregnant ever in my life before. So this is my very first time being pregnant. I'm going to get this in here. Let's see the next question. How did you find out that you were pregnant and how did you tell Alex? This is actually a funny story. So obviously, you know, my period didn't come. I took a test. I asked Alex, like, can you please go get a pregnancy test? And he was like, I felt a little bit like something. I don't know if there are any women in here who had that feeling that it was just like I might be pregnant. But that's how I felt. So I asked Alex to get a pregnancy test. And you guys, I did not read the instructions because I thought like it's not rocket science. You just need to pee on that little thing and then, you know, wait a little bit and then it's going to tell you if you're pregnant or not. I did that and it was showing me like right after I did the test that I was negative. And we were in a rush to leave that day. So I remember that I left the test on the sink. I left it on the sink, and when I got back home alone. Alex was still away. It was a Sunday, I think, right? When I got back, I see pregnant. I'm like, wait, what? It was just like one line when I left, and then when I came back, there were two lines. And I was like, what? This is too confusing. Like, I need to get another test. So I called Alex and I said, listen, I got home. And now it looks like I'm pregnant. And Alex was, you guys, he was so excited that he didn't even wait for the confirmation from the second test. He got home straight with flowers. Like, he was so sweet. Are we gonna have a baby? He was so sure. He was even more sure than I was. After that, we did a second test. And the second test, believe it or not, but it showed negative. Like, we waited, everything. It showed negative. And it was Alex who said, I don't believe this test. Let me get another one. And the third test was showing that I am pregnant. My feelings were like this, all over the place. I was like happy when I found out that I'm pregnant, and then the second test showing me it's negative. It literally broke my heart. But Alex insisted that we should have a third test. And we believed the third test. And then as soon as we could, we had an appointment at the doctor. And I remember it was so early in the pregnancy that the doctor couldn't really see anything. It was like a dot. And she said that the baby looks like a coma right now, right? But she confirmed the pregnancy. By the way, I'm trying this Monika Blunder Beauty for the first time. This is a foundation and concealer in one. I've actually used two colors. Did you get pregnant naturally? So the answer is yes. But probably if we wouldn't have gotten pregnant naturally this year, I would have done an IVF. Like, I was very excited to have a baby. Do you have more fatigue or sleepiness? Happy for you both. In the first trimester, I had more fatigue. I remember I had one specific week when I thought, what is my life going to be like? Because I could not do anything else but sleep. I had no nausea, I had no food aversion, I had no morning sickness, nothing, you guys, nothing. I remember, babe, do you remember when we went to the doctor just because I was afraid I might not be pregnant anymore because I had no symptoms in my first trimester, and I was reading all about these crazy symptoms that other people had, and I was like, I have none. Like, how come I have none of that? This foundation is super nice. I don't know if I would use it under the eyes too, because it feels like it wouldn't cover. Oh no, it's good. Congratulations. How was your first trimester? So like I said, I think I just answered this question. I had absolutely no problem. I still worked out in the first trimester, but not as much as I normally would. Do you know if it's a boy or a girl? Would you like to find out? Actually, we found out yesterday. So we know what it is. I'm going to tell you at the right time when I feel ready. But what do you guys think it is? Like, can you guess? Yeah, I was very curious actually to know what it is. I know that there are parents who love the surprise. I wanted to know. How far are you and when is your due date? So I am now 20 weeks. My due date is in December, end of December. It's going to be what? I guess it's going to be Capricorn, more likely, or Sagittarius, I think. I'm super excited about the timing because I'm going to have my third trimester when the weather cools off and it's not going to be super hot, and then I'm going to give birth right around like holidays, so I don't have to worry about like work or anything like that. Not that I would, didn't matter when I would be giving birth, but that's like a plus. I feel like the timing is just perfect. Do you have a name in mind? Absolutely not. We have no idea what's the baby's name gonna be. I think we have enough time to figure things out. This is the Jouer Bloom Bronze and Glow. The one side is bronzer and the other side is a highlighter. Now I'm using the highlighter. Are you planning to have Alex and your mom or another person with you for the birth? Okay, so honestly, I don't want my mom or Alex to be next to me when I give birth. I want to have a doctor or a midwife. That's it. I don't really want to have Alex next to me. I don't know why. I just don't want him to see the whole thing. I want him to be there when the baby comes out, but just like not the whole process. Or maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. But the whole idea of having Alex there, while I'm struggling, because I do plan to have a vaginal birth, I'm not very comfortable. And my mom, absolutely not. She would freak out. My mom would be great after I give birth, to help me not be there at the hospital. My mom is very emotional. Super emotional person, very sensitive. I need to be very careful on what I tell to her so I don't hurt her feelings. And I'm thinking that in that moment, being so struggling, I might say something that might hurt her. I don't want that. I've just used the Natasha Denona Puff Paint Liquid Blush Serum. Have you prepared his or her room? I'm using this powder from Jouer. No, you guys, I haven't prepared anything. I did not buy anything other than a few gifts that I received from some brands. I personally did not buy anything. I think it's too soon. This might be a little bit shocking for some of you, but my baby will not have his room or her room at the beginning. This apartment only has 2 bedrooms, so it has 4 rooms but only 2 bedrooms, and 1 bedroom is for me and Alex, and the other one we transformed it into my studio, and there's just too much stuff in there for me to take away and put it someplace else in the house. So at the beginning, my baby is going to sleep in our room, and we are planning to either move in a bigger apartment or find another space that could be our office. I'm not sure yet. But we are not going to move from this apartment. Absolutely not. It took us forever to find this one. It took us forever to be accepted with our situation in France, because we're self-employed and that's a huge problem in France. So I don't want to get into this type of stress. But the thing is, in France, the more history you have as self-employed, if you have 4 or 5 years, it's already easier to get an apartment. So probably next year, at the end of next year, we're going to move from this apartment, or maybe find an office. We don't know. I see all these pregnant women who are preparing the room. It's so nice, and they're decorated with furniture. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna have that, but I will rethink the whole apartment so it's going to be baby friendly. I'm gonna be using this Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in Pillow Talk. Will you breastfeed? 100% yes, I will breastfeed. I mean, my mom breastfed, my aunt, my grandma breastfed. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. Like, I don't think that I'm not gonna have milk or anything like that. I'm gonna be using this palette from Zoeva. It has some pretty colors, and I'll take the darkest one in here. Next question is, do you plan to give birth in Paris and raise your kid in Paris? I mean, yeah, of course I'm gonna give birth in Paris, and of course I want to raise him here where I live. I mean, you guys, this is my home. You can still use the products from Biologique Recherche, like P50 or Placenta serum? Yes. The answer is yes. When I found out that I'm pregnant, just so you guys understand how freaked out I was about products, not only that I've started to read, but you know, online you find like, you can find good information and bad information. And so I literally just emailed the Biologique Recherche, and they said all our products are pregnancy safe, and especially the ones that you use, because they know my routine. They are the ones who are doing my routine. So everything that I use, like Serum Placenta and P50, everything is pregnancy safe. This one single P50 that is only available in the US, I think it's P50 1960 or something like this. I don't know the exact name, but that one is not safe for pregnancy. But we didn't even talk about that when I was calling the Biologique Recherche team, because it does not exist in France. So that product, that type of P50, it's only available in the US, and it's not pregnancy safe. I'm gonna use now the Huda Beauty Lifeliner, quick and easy. Next question is, how are you so fit while being pregnant? Congrats, you look wow. Thank you. I don't know if I'm fit. I still work out. You guys, I didn't stop working out. I work out less now, but I did not feel like I have to stop working out. And I've adjusted my workouts, like I don't do any crunches, and I'm careful not to, you know, do too much. But other than that, like, I still work out. I'm fine. I don't know where we were going with this makeup look, because to be honest with you, I was just trying to test some new products. Like, I've never tried this one, or the palette, or the foundation. All these are new to me. You guys, I have to stop for a second, because this eyeliner, probably one of the best ones I've ever used. So good. And I love that it dries matte. You see? Love it. As usual, Lancome Hypnose mascara. Did you see any changes in your skin or hair while being pregnant? I heard that in the 3rd trimester is when you actually feel some changes. I mean, my skin has been good in the past few years. The only thing that I've noticed is because I've gained some weight. So far, I've gained 5 kilograms, which is 11 pounds. I think it's 11 pounds or a little over 11 pounds, something like that. So because I gained weight, and I tend to gain weight everywhere, that's how my body is built. I can see the weight on my face, so my face getting a little bit more like puffy. It looks like I have the glow, but it's just, I'm just rounder everywhere. So maybe, I guess for some women that looks good. For some women it doesn't. I feel like it looks good on me. How are you feeling with your body changes? I do not mind any body change except for the little spider veins. I had them before, I talked about it before, but now you guys, they look like bruises on my legs. They legit look like bruises. It's not even funny. So that's the only thing that bothers me. And also I have an upper back pain, so it's not a lower back pain, which I think it's the most common. My back hurts right here. Yoga helps a lot. Oh my god, yoga helps so much. If I don't do yoga one day, my pain is even worse. That's another thing that bothers me. And my breast got bigger the 1st trimester, like I want to say the first 6 weeks of pregnancy. You guys, I already had to change my bras, and I remember that I bought just like one size bigger. And I'm not talking just about the cup, like because I gained weight, I also gained weight like around my back, so I have back fat now. So I need not just bigger cup, but like bigger all around, right? So that was the first thing that I've changed. I didn't buy any pregnancy clothes yet, but definitely bras and underwear. Did you take the vaccine before you got pregnant? I'm so worried. Before I got pregnant, it was not possible for me to get the vaccine because I was too young, and older people had priority here in France. We were late with everything. Now that I'm pregnant, I mean, I don't care. Judge me, whatever. But I'm so worried too. I definitely would have gotten the vaccine before I got pregnant. But now that I'm pregnant, I'm like, even if there is like one chance for something bad to happen, like, I don't want to take that chance. I just don't. It's my baby. It's not just about me. Like, honestly, I don't even care about me. Like, if I would not be pregnant, I would get the vaccine, even if I knew that I would have some side effects. Like, but at this point, I'm just like, what if something happens? I'm being paranoid. I'm freaking out. So I haven't had it yet. If there are pregnant women in here who got the vaccine, please, please, please let us know, like, how did everything went? Were there any problems? Like, or if you're a doctor, if you know more about the vaccine and pregnant women, it would be so nice to know your opinion too. Did you buy any pregnancy things like pregnancy pillow? What kind? I'm only answering this question because I've been looking for a pregnancy pillow, and I think I found some on Amazon. If you guys want me to do in a like certain point a video about everything that I buy pregnancy wise, I don't want this to be transforming into a different type of channel, but I have to admit I'm very excited about this period of time, so I want to celebrate it. And if I can celebrate this with you in here, it would mean a lot to me. But then if you're not interested, I would also like to know. Please let me know in the comments if you want to see like my pregnancy choices. Oh, what I've used, they know, baby, 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. That's what I was using. Do you pay more attention to keep your weight in control while you're pregnant? Yes. Yes? Really? You think I do? What about all the pasta and pizza and dessert? That's true. That's true. Yeah, I guess I am being careful. When I was on vacation, I ate absolutely everything my heart wanted. As soon as I got back to Paris, I don't want to eat those things anymore because I know that there's just not only carbs that I want to give to, my baby. Apparently, a baby will have preferences depending on what you eat during pregnancy. So if you're only eating like certain things, he will prefer those things. So that's why I'm trying to like eat pretty much everything. I eat eggs, I eat cheese, I eat meat. I don't eat meat. I haven't been eating meat while I was on vacation, but I had fish, I had a lot of pasta, I had some seafood. As soon as I got to Paris, I started to add more vegetables and more fruits, and this week we actually had meat once, right? But I cannot say I'm a huge, for example, meat lover, or like, I love pasta, but I could never eat only pasta. Like, I need my veggies. Even when I was in Italy on vacation, you guys, starter would always be tomatoes. I love tomatoes. I've been loving tomatoes since I was a kid. So it's not just like a pregnancy thing, but I always feel the need to eat something that has a lot of like juice, something that it's like fresh and raw. If you give me cooked vegetables, I don't like them. I like all my veggies to be raw. I'm 36 and still no baby. Do you think I'm late? You guys, I'm 36 now. When I'll have the baby, I'll be 37. I don't think it's too late. I don't think any age is too late. Honestly, my friend here in Paris, she got pregnant when she was 40. She gave birth at 41. She had no complications. Even her birth, which was vaginal birth, was so easy. And the recovery, now the baby is 1. Like, I don't think there's like a certain age where you have to get pregnant. Even if you didn't get pregnant until now, like, don't lose hope. This is what I would tell to myself if I could go back. And this is what I would say to anybody who's trying to get pregnant. Like, don't lose hope. Okay, try to get pregnant naturally. See if you have any problems. Endometriosis is a problem for women, but I've known some of my good friends that do have endometriosis. They still got pregnant. They still got pregnant. So it's not really a rule. Just like that, a doctor told me, one way or another, if you want to have a baby, you will have your baby. It's 2021, okay? You know, IVF or like with treatments, you will have your baby. Let me tell you this, okay? This is a Victoria Beckham lip liner in number 2. Your advice for a bride marrying at 30 and want to spend 1 year without kids but scared of pills. I mean, I'm not a doctor, obviously, but if you want to know my opinion, I've never taken pills ever in my life. I've never taken birth control pills. I know that sounds like, you know, like the idea of me taking pills, even if I started, I know for sure I wouldn't have continued just because I'm the type of person who forgets about taking medicine all the time. Like even the pregnancy pills, Alex is the one who is like coming with the pills, like, take it, take it. I forget. There would have not been a safe method for me. There are other methods. I'm not here to talk about that. Listen, I've been married for 7 years before I got pregnant, and I have never gotten pregnant before. And there were many, many years that I did not want to be pregnant, okay? So there are ways to protect yourself, you know, without necessarily involving the pills. Do you have stretch marks on your skin? I do, but not from the pregnancy. I've been having stretch marks since I was 12. And I have stretch marks on my thighs and between my legs and on the back of my knees. And that's it. I'm lucky I don't have any on my belly or on my breasts. Most of the questions, I have to admit, there are about what I use for pregnancy to prevent stretch marks, and I'm not going to answer any of the questions now because my next video is going to be about everything about my skincare routine right now and what I use for stretch marks to prevent them, and like my body care routine, everything, hair care. So be just a little bit more patient. I'm going to talk about that very soon. How did you manage to keep it a secret for so long? Hard. I wanted to tell you every single day. Every single time I was filming a video, I wanted to say to you, like, I'm pregnant. I'm so happy. Like, happy is not like, it does not describe how I feel. It's ecstatic. I loved, so far, I loved being pregnant. And as crazy as it sounds, I have never felt more beautiful than I am in this moment. Like being pregnant with this belly, with this baby belly, it's so crazy. I'm probably going to look at pictures like in a few years and be like, you were this or that, but that's how I feel right now. I feel so beautiful, and the way I actually managed to keep it a secret is not to show my lower body or just to show it in certain angles. My baby bump didn't actually show until I was 17 weeks pregnant. I'm not even joking. Like, I still was looking like I was bloated, like I ate too much pasta. And then one day I wake up with a baby bump. This was La Bouche Rouge in Chestnut. Had to take it out of the packaging to see exactly the color. Love it. All right, guys, this is the final look. This video was all over the place. It was really not a makeup tutorial, but like I said at the beginning of the video, you will find everything in the description down below. If you have any questions about products or about this pregnancy, please let me know. I'd love to answer. And if there are any pregnant ladies in here, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Are those potatoes ready? I can smell them. You know, when I need to eat, I need to eat. I'm not hungry. The baby is hungry. That's it. Yeah, that's like not hard to understand.